All right, welcome back in. Can everybody hear me now? Do we have this working? All right. How is everybody on this wonderful Monday night? Looks like we got Pika J, Unikitty, Blues Girl. There's Pika J with the dong. So I'm glad that's working. Is the lights working? I kind of got a double take here. You have slight double image behind. Thank you. That's what I was just talking about. Mike and head. How do I get it to where mouse and keyboard? We're gonna get all kinds of things. Hey, your other camera's working again. Yep, it is working again. It never fails. Something's always messed up. All right. Let's go back to everything's working as it should now. Supposedly. All right, the sticker. I thought I heard the stickers earlier. The Unikitty with the slap there. Looks like we made it. All right, so we're going to start off tonight's stream with a shout out to all our. Sherry said for me to tell hi from us. Hi, Sherry Berry. I hope your weight loss that you're working through is going well for you and you're enjoying time with Pepper. But with that being said, let's talk about all the sponsors that we have. So we're gonna be doing some websites design updates. I gotta add Pika J's people there, but we also got to shout out who did our weekend extravaganza for our kiddo. Cockle Doodle Moo, Mobile Petting Zoo down in Puxico, Missouri, really helped with us. For my son's first birthday, Mr. Moose. They were awesome. They will definitely, they have the Highland cow, they have some emus, they have a yak, they have ponies, they have goats, chickens and geese and rabbits and turtles. Like, they had it all. It was a blast. My entire family enjoyed it. I was really thankful to have everybody down, but they are going to be a new proud sponsor of the DeVita Family Gaming stream. So, on the website, we'll have a link to their website, as well as if you wanted to make donations to them to help keep them going. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hey, did stuff with your family, but didn't come see me. Hurtful. Jay, I was not even in good old Papa Bluff. I was in Puxico. I didn't make it to the Bluff at all. It was nonstop go with the kiddo stuff. So don't take it personal. I promise. Wasn't the intent, but had a lot of stuff going on. More like 30 minutes away. My mom drove in and saw us. My dad and my stepmom came in. We had aunts and uncles on Blues Girl side. I mean, we had a lot of we had a good, what, maybe like 20 people show up. So, Mr. Moo's first birthday was awesome. But the time is now for, changing up some of the chats that we got going on. So, me and War Chief, if y'all don't know who that is another fellow streamer. Me and him have been going back and forth for a very long time. Now, I don't see him on the stream here, so I'm going to nudge the bear over there. Just be like, we're going to put it in our Discord for the discussion. Says, War Chief, it's that time. He already conceded to the debate and we didn't even start it. You damn right. That is how it works in the DeVita family. That's how we do it. But we'll give the fellow Viking family member over there a chance to redeem themselves. But tonight's topic, just so everybody is aware, who and what we are talking about. We are talking about Nightwing, and more specifically, Dick Grayson as Nightwing. So, as we wait for War Chief to potentially join in on the streams, let's talk about some of the sponsors that we have that are current sponsors. So, we have Sidekick. Oh, my kiddo. No, not Superman as Nightwing, and we'll get into more of that discussion as we get going. But let's talk about the wonderful friend of ours, Pika J over there, hooking me up with Never Brush Against the Family for my beard brush. Got to keep my beard looking good. And then my favorite of his 3D printing, boom. Or sorry, not 3D printing, laser engraving. My apologies, Pika J. But the one that says everyone's a 3D printer, because we all 3D print poop. It's one of my favorites. Lasers, yes, I know. My bad. It's been a long day. I just saw the professional stream that we had was not the start of how we wanted things to go. Now, Pika J, can you do laser stuff on metal? Like an aluminum water bottle? So I know you can do it on Pop-Tarts and wood and things like that. I mean, yeah, no, that's true. All my food has been flushed down the toilet. No, not yet. Okay. Well, keep us in, because once you do, I got some stuff for you. I think King of Atlantis has joined in the watchage of the streams. Will there be an Ant Neon? Working on getting a machine for that. Fair. Hi, Neon. How are we doing? How's Apollo? Uh-oh. He in trouble. Ooh, do tell. Did he poop in the house? Did he pee in the house, or did he tear something up? Those have got to be the only three things that he's in trouble for, because, I mean, he's so stinking cute. I'm losing my voice already. We haven't started. Uh-oh. Tore up Daddy's slides. Oh, Daddy's probably not happy about that. Rut-row. King of Atlantis is not happy about that. I see. 20-minute time out. Ouch. That one burns and hurts. Uh-oh. 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 Get the popcorn. Shit's about to get crazy. Please, girl. We need to start a game or get Bub on a Discord call and listen in on this. The fuck? What? Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit is just stirring and stirring. Oh shit. Alright, well, he hasn't mentioned anything. I haven't seen him come up on the streams here, so that was in my Discord. I'm going to go to his Discord and at him. War Chief, we waiting for you to watch. You chime in on the debate. As y'all saw, I added him in my Discord yesterday saying 9:30 that we would debate this bad boy. Of course, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Every professional stream has it. And then Ant Neon, if you wanted to change your avatar to something other than what you currently have, you're more than welcome to. Sorry, I don't have any Demon Slayer or anything of that nature. They don't have that out yet. Once they do, you can then pick your favorite Demon Slayer. But we at least have you some animes. Hey, Blues Girl doesn't like sushi either. So, anytime I have sushi, I'm good. I'm not in trouble. I'm allowed to have sushi whenever. We have not started Fairy Tail yet. So, shame on us. We were watching Monday Night Raw after the Money in the Bank ladder match and all that fun stuff. So, we'll get there. We promise. But me and Crockett will be in Knoxville, Tennessee for an upcoming Fanboy Expo. So STL Brick Fanatics will be well represented there. Sushi is the pinnacle. The sushi is the standard. All right. Well, Fairy Tail is more believable than wrestling. We're not debating that. Okay? The debate is over Nightwing being a sidekick or not a sidekick. That is the question. So, I'm going to lay down my defense whenever it comes to this. It's short and sweet. Well, he does sidekick baddies. All right, so let's talk about this. So, Dick Grayson, who is the first boy wonder, which is Robin, Robin is 100% a sidekick when he comes in as Dick Grayson. When Dick Grayson gets older and is done with being in Batman's shadow, he becomes Nightwing. Depending on the origin of what you like to go with, how he becomes Nightwing, depends on which, if it's with Flashpoint or before Flashpoint or anything of that nature. The one that I particularly like of his origin story is that Nightwing and Firebird, I do believe, is from Krypton on Superman's planet that are two vigilantes, and Superman is the one that legitimately talks to Dick Grayson whenever he is looking for support away from Bruce Wayne. Tells him about, the two vigilantes on his planet, what they were doing, how they were fighting crime. They were, doing things to fighting for the greater good, as Dick Grayson likes to be. So Dick Grayson asked Superman if he could have that mantle to be Nightwing. And whenever he became Nightwing and got the okay from Superman, he left Gotham and went to Bloodhaven and became the protector of Bloodhaven. So he's not Superman's sidekick either. Let's just put that out there. He just got the name from Superman. Superman granted him that. So as we continue down this trail, Nightwing also becomes the head of Teen Titans, because Batman was done, fighting and wanted to give something to the next round of heroes, which is the Teen Titans. So he became the leader of that. So how can a sidekick be a leader of a group? There's not a way for a sidekick to be a leader of a group. Teen Titans wasn't, no longer sidekicks. They were actual group that was fighting justice for them. So again, I repeat, Nightwing is still, at this point, not a sidekick. Even whenever Bruce Wayne was quote-unquote dead or captured or gone, Dick Grayson took up the mantle of Batman. So Dick Grayson at any given time was not a sidekick, especially as the Nightwing mantle. Because whenever he morphed into Nightwing, you then had Jason Todd take over the Robin mantle. That Robin mantle is for a sidekick, someone that is training underneath Bruce until he is ready to move on to the next step. Now, granted, Jason Todd died, came back from the Lazarus Pit with Ra's al Ghul, became Red Hood, that whole storyline and everything that is there. Which Jensen Ackles plays a great Red Hood in Under the Red Hood, the animated movie. Let's just put it out there. So as we keep going down, you have the Gotham Knights, which you have the death of Batman in that TV series and in that comic series during the time that no one needed to be thinking the Bats is gone. Literally, Dick Grayson takes over that to help support that while they had Damian Wayne as Robin, which is Robin is the sidekick. So Dick Grayson as Nightwing, Dick Grayson as Batman. Dick Grayson, whenever he grew up, he no longer became a sidekick. Oh, he says that he's waiting. I'm like... I may have to repeat myself, so bear with, because he didn't join. Oh, he's in his Discord.
Let's see, we'll bring...
Can everybody hear on my stream and your stream?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're still streaming.
Of course. I just gotta change over what I'm doing.
Can anybody on my stream tell me if you can hear me? And can you hear Chief?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
So
Stream details.
yeah, I was literally just going to town because I didn't know what we were doing, and I was laying it all out there. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then I saw your text, and I was like, okay, we'll pause and we'll come back to this.
I was about to say you had an entire conversation without me. I didn't even know that you were streaming until a little while ago.
Yeah. I was just going down all the stuff.
Wing is a sidekick. Change my mind. I think that works out very nicely.
It does. So
Just chatting.
My
deep breath. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, I was monologuing, preparing my chat for everything that was going to talk about it.
Okay, all right. Let me close some of this shit down so that way you can have my full and utmost attention.
You're good because
I can see your chat.
I was literally giving the entire lifespan of Dick Grayson from start to finish, from all of his personas and how Nightwing is not a sidekick.
Okay, all right. By the way, I picked up it. Oh, nice. All right. Okay, so let's hear it. Let's hear how Nightwing is not a sidekick.
All right, so
I will let you go first.
All right, so Nightwing is not a sidekick for multiple reasons. Reason one is when he grew up out of the persona of Robin, he turned into Nightwing. Correct? Okay. Would not everybody agree with that, right?
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay,
yeah, he became a whole nother persona.
A whole nother persona. Bruce Wayne gave him Bloodhaven to go take care of, which is the sister to Gotham.
Okay, cool.
When that happened, he's like, you are now in charge of Teen Titans. You are done. I'm done with you. You are done with that. We have, depending on what time frame you go in, you got Jason Todd that is Robin, or you have Tim Drake that is Robin, or you have Damian Wayne. Apparently my chat.
No, I agree with that, Jay. You know, age does not determine a sidekick, but please keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
As all that is, good. No, we're gonna. This is debate. We're gonna go back and forth. So you say what you want.
Okay. So I'm just summarizing.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is he went from Robin to Nightwing to Teen Titans. Continue. So am I correct so far?
So far, well, Titans and Nightwing kind of were at almost like identical timing.
Okay, cool. All right.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen the TV series Titans. It explains to him on why he changes from Robin, and him and Jason Todd were fighting over the Robin persona.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense so far.
Mm-hmm. So when that was done, he completed his training with Bruce. Bruce is like, you're done. I can't teach you anymore. I need you to take up your mantle and take over Teen Titans and become the leader of them. So Bruce was done.
Okay.
So when Bruce said, hey, I am done, he's still an ally of Bruce, but at that time he then becomes the leader of Teen Titans. He becomes Nightwing. He is no longer the sidekick to Bruce Wayne.
Okay. All right. You know what? That is sound logic. I'm ready to, if you're ready, I'm ready to poke some holes in it.
Poke some holes in it.
Okay, so Hero is a standalone individual, correct? Yeah. Superman, Batman on his own. Like, even without Robin, Batman is still Batman, right?
Correct. Okay.
So he went from sidekick, right, to the leader of a group. So therefore, he was not an individual. He still had to rely on a group dynamic. Superman didn't need Batman. Batman didn't need Superman for the Justice League. They were all heroes that independently, on their own, could stand toe to toe with villains.
Okay,
right?
I'm gonna sow that hole right there. I'll put that a feather in a hat. Yep, go ahead.
So since he cannot stand alone without the Titans, without Batman, he may have received all that training and all that. But if he's not an independent hero, therefore he's still in the sidekick category because he needs equal sidekicks, which the Teen Titans really are, to actually do his job.
Did he ever have his own title?
Well, he had Nightwing. Nightwing is
And he wasn't a sidekick.
but he is a sidekick because he needed other sidekicks to balance out and actually be a hero.
So
On
then
his own.
let's talk about
Okay,
the
go ahead.
Titans. Let's talk about that Titan piece where I'm following what you're saying and I agree. But here's the kicker to that specific topic that you just made. When he was done with Titans, he handed it to Tim Drake as Robin. So Tim Drake became leader at that point because Jason Todd was killed and come back from the Lazarus Pit to be Red Hood. So now he is now in Dick Grayson and Nightwing is now off into Bloodhaven, taking on his own individual villains, not the ones that were Batman's, like Deathstroke. Deathstroke was Nightwing's number one, like Joker is to him, but that came from Batman. Outside of that, you ended up getting your own Kingpin. You got your own version of Harley Quinn that was over there. You had your own version of Poison Ivy. You had your own versions.
But these are versions. These are versions. These are knockoffs.
So all these are what's happening in
villains.
This is all that's coming from Bloodhaven, because every spot, because if you're all living at the same time, you have other things that can be in there. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are fighting different things in Gotham, even though they're supposed to be part of New York City, but they live in the same universe. But the whole into that is takes off.
That doesn't make sense because Spawn also lives in that universe too.
Right. It Spawn. Oh God, I love Spawn. Love. I even love the movie, and everybody says it was a crappy movie, but I'm like,
the CGI. The CGI was dog water, absolutely, but it made up for it with Michael Jai White. He made up the difference.
Yes, I know TMNT is not a DC type thing, but you have TMNT helping out Batman. Putting a hat in it there, Pikachu.
Yeah, I was saying, in all fairness, it is really hard to keep track of a lot of the crossover stuff. Because you had Terminator, in the DC universe. You had Terminator in the Marvel universe. You had, the Yajai from Predator in both universes. So
it can't go back and forth. But once he was done with Teen Titans, because yes, I follow what you're saying, but he had to finish the last training. The same ooze that made the Turtles made Daredevil. St. Louis Blues A-Team are the one who drive the van and is bad at A-Team. Nice one, Atlantis. But
I would say, please go ahead.
And yes. I can get sidetracked on squirrel moments.
It's okay.
ADHD brain over here, like, woo, hey.
Greatest superpower on the planet, my friend.
You got that right. Once he had done everything with Teen Titans, he's no longer the leader. He's on his own. As you stated, he's on his own. I have the comic book run that I just don't unfortunately have all of it, to where he is literally being Nightwing himself. At that time, then you have the whole world finding out who his identity is, and he is quote unquote killed, to where he becomes Agent Grayson. As Agent Grayson,
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As that, once Nightwing quote unquote is dead, he becomes Agent Grayson. Then you have Flashpoint. Then Flashpoint fucks it up for everybody. So when Flashpoint happens for everybody, he becomes Nightwing yet again. Not the head of Teen Titans, not a head of any other group. Only time that he is ever caught upon is whenever Batman is in distress before Batman quote unquote is dead.
So as long as Batman's busy, then Nightwing can jump in there.
And as long as there's nothing going on in Gotham, Nightwing gets to go do his own thing. Once Gotham is needed and Batman is no longer there, or Batman is too old, or because you got Batman Beyond, because then you got Terry McGinnis, and we can go down that whole bunny trail. Nightwing is there as the successor to Batman.
But like I said, like you said, Batman, something had to be wrong with Batman for Nightwing to step in. So to me, that's a B, like that's B Squad. that'd be like, oh, the Justice League is busy, so we're gonna send in Nightwing and the Teen Titan. You get what I'm saying, right?
Mhm. So you're gonna say the
It
Justice League is Team A and Teen Titans is Team B?
pretty much. So I mean, honestly, like even the Teen Titans, it's a whole army of sidekicks that get put together. Because it's the only way they can balance out.
Or would you
Now-
be more so of Young Justice? Because which one? Because you have
Well-
both of them.
Well, I would say, but in that same note, like if something's wrong with the A team, why, like I said, if Batman, and like, oh well, he's old, or which there is a successor to Batman that wasn't Nightwing. Like you said, you had Batman Beyond, you had
When we're 3 was old,
yeah, exactly.
Then
you
I
had
didn't hear that. What did he say?
oh no, he was just saying, oh that's right, because it was the one where Batman was really old, or Bruce Wayne was really old. Then you had, okay. You had a few Batman replacements.
You had Dick Grayson be a Batman. Then you also had Jason Todd
But
be Batman, and then you had Terry
But they
McGinnis
had
be
to
Batman
be Batman. They had to be Batman.
for the city
that's
that
the
they
thing
were
is we're-
protecting.
But that's the thing is we're looking at the identity itself.
Yeah,
I would say like if he plays Batman, or he goes with the role of Batman, he's no longer Nightwing. That is Batman. You get what I'm saying? Nightwing himself, I would have to say, overall is the sidekick. Dick Grayson, the guy that steps into the Batman role, that eliminates Nightwing, is even a possibility of being Batman. Does that make sense to you?
It does. I still Sorry, scroll moment.
No, I see that.
So I get where you're coming from whenever it comes to what Dick Grayson is playing as, but the actual character, just the superhero, is just Nightwing. Depending on in the timeline where he is at, one for age, two what city is he currently in and what he is currently doing. Is he a sidekick or is he a standalone, or is he an equal partner? Not just a sidekick, because Batman and Robin are not equal partners. And I will fight that to tooth and nail, because it's always Batman's lead. It's never Robin's lead, right? Well, whenever it's Nightwing, he gets to call the shots. Like in the Batman the Animated Series, you can see that he was defying Batman because he was tired of being under Batman's wing. Like he was just done.
Pun. I would say, like, I understand. Like I said, I think it's the mantle. The mantle, like Dick Grayson, is really good on his own, but mantle-wise, if you throw Nightwing up against, like I said, Batman, it's really, you hold them side by side. The mantle, the mantle of Nightwing will always be a secondary kind of sidekick character. I mean, it would take a lot for him. Like, you'd have to not only eliminate Batman completely, but you would have to put him on actual equal par with Batman. Like, and that's just it. I don't think it could happen. I mean, Dick Grayson is just, Batman may be a messed up individual, but Dick Grayson is more so. So I don't think he, overall, could be consistently Batman. And then if he jumped in and is like, oh, well, I'm Nightwing, I'm replacing Batman, I don't think it would work. Just for the simple fact that it's.
So he knows his way around the Batcave.
Well, yeah, at least he does know his way around the Batcave. That is true.
Not Kyle.
But yeah, I would say I like I said, I think it's the mantle. But I understand your point of view. It does make sense, and I will concede some points to it. But mantle for mantle, Nightwing will
putting any of the younger heroes on the same level as Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman isn't fair. No one can compare because they came first. I agree with that, Blues Girl. I agree with that, Blues Girl. I do, and you. It's like me having my son Moose. I'm not going to put him at 1 year old saying, "Hey, I'm putting you up against me," or Unikitty putting you up against Mom. I get that. 1,000%. That is definitely fair. But once they become a man or a woman at their time, when it's their time to shine, they can stand on their own.
Exactly. Like it
Or are
just
they a standalone group
who
types? Are they like a junior Justice League?
they're kind of like a junior Justice
Yeah,
League.
they're
I mean,
called
really, if
they're
you think
called
about it.
Young Justice.
Yeah,
So
they're called Young
so
Justice.
you get
So
Young Justice
you
and
need to
you
be
get
on your
Teen
phone to
Titans.
hear this.
You got two different types.
So okay, so like to go with the putting the younger versions against the older the originals. You have like the people that came later, because like Davita said, the minute they hit the equal age of the timelines. So if you have Bruce Wayne started really young, and then and became a hero really quickly and very effectively. So to sit there and even like throw Robin or like Robin Dick Grayson in the same even age bracket, like age for age, Batman would still beat the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Batman was way more motivated, was way more disciplined, even as an angry youth. Batman just had a massive leg up over anything Dick Grayson could do.
But would you really say
I
that
mean,
they were both didn't they because they were both orphaned? Their parents were both killed in both horrendous ways. The only one
Mhm.
was is hold on, hold on. I refuse to watch She-Hulk. Whatever. Okay, Dick Grayson would have been a better hero if Batman would have shot his parents. I mean, yeah. Um,
Well, Batman would have been a villain at that point. I think he
so
would have,
having
but it's
Dick Grayson turn into any version of his persona, he had to have Batman. 100%, I will say that. I agree wholeheartedly with that. But at the time, whenever his training is done and he's allowed to take over his own city, because every city is going to have somebody. Everybody's going to have someone to be their hero. So saying that, Bloodhaven is the the B city versus Gotham, it's almost like saying if you switch it to the Arrowverse and go with Arrow, where you have Star City as one, and then you have, what's the other one? Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's
you're comparing it.
you're comparing cities at that point, and you get to have your own individual. It's like Flash and Arrow. Arrow is the head honcho. Flash is not a sidekick because he can stand alone on his own, but whenever he teams up with Arrow, Arrow takes command. Switching it to the same concept here, Batman has his city, Nightwing has his city, but when they have to team up for either city or the Justice League needs them, Batman's taking the lead. Just like with Batman with the Justice League, the normal Justice League. You got Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. All can stand on their own, right? If they all stand on their own, they have their own things to protect. But when they come together, someone has to be the head. So same concept with Nightwing. Oh, sorry, I keep cutting you off. So sorry.
It's okay. Oh, well, I was just, I was going to just step backwards, to the matching age for age, the horrible traumas.
Mhm.
There's a huge difference between Batman and Bruce and Dick Grayson. Like I said, it goes back to discipline. Even if you, like I said, you put them in the same age category, same traumas and all that. Dick Grayson still would never have been Batman. Is Bruce Wayne truly 100% dedication wise, discipline wise, motivation wise, pure level of patience that he exercised to work his way into becoming Batman is massively different because with Dick Grayson, okay, well, horrible shit happened to Dick Grayson's family. Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. He was really traumatized. That's fine, but he would have went off the rails.
Batman, if he
Bruce,
didn't have Ra's al Ghul to help shape him, he would have gone off the rails as well, just like
not,
Batman was to Dick Grayson.
but once again, it goes back to Batman sought him out. You know what I mean? Like these are things that this young man did on his own, of his own fruition. Dick Grayson had Batman. I mean, like it's one of those things that like I don't think Dick Grayson would have sought out Ra's al Ghul. I don't think Dick Grayson would have. He would have maybe gone vigilante, but he would been nowhere as disciplined, as motivated, as well trained as Bruce was willing to do. I mean, he had to push Dick the whole time, even mentor sidekick. He had to push him all the time. Batman didn't really need to be pushed. Bruce didn't have to be really pushed because his motivation was was his life.
Well,
So
I mean, both of them are just as hot headed as the next one. Because if you look at it from a movie standpoint, and I'm going to use the movie because it's what most people remember as Batman Begins. Whenever he goes and finds Ra's, you could even during his training, he was being a hothead there to try to get to the kill. If you go to the movie of Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, to where he becomes Robin, all he wants to do is kill Two-Face. So he still had the same hot-headed temperness. I will give the leg up to Bruce to where he had a little bit more patience and more willing to go through it. But you're gonna, you're gonna go through, what's the word I'm looking for? He's gonna go through turmoil and things of that nature. And I'm getting ready to go on an ad, so I'm sorry, team.
Actually, PKJ did just kind of point it out. It took, what was it? Batman once, damn it, that popped up in my way.
Yeah. It said Batman once said he took in Dick so he wouldn't grow up to be like Bruce. That's 100% to a T. PKJ said it great.
But once again, Bruce may have been a hothead. I mean, Bruce will always be a hothead. The difference is Dick would just simply not only act upon it. Bruce would brood over it. Bruce would think of every way to come at it. And that's exactly what he did. Like I said, there's a reason that Bruce has backup plans to take out all different members of the Justice League. It's his mind frame. It's simply that level of, oh, you know what? I am prepared for everything. Dick, no, I don't think he would have, without Batman. I don't think he would have had the patience to even attempt it. And then then we would have someone like kind of Kick-Ass. What I mean? Like Nightwing would essentially be Kick-Ass. The same type of vigilante. It'd just be, I'll take an ass beat and I'll throw one. I would say with Bruce, he basically he became a detective. He pushed himself. He motivated himself. Had every reason with the exact same traumas. But Bruce's mind is what makes the difference. So I mean, even boiled down, like I said, starting Batman and Robin at the same age, it wouldn't have worked. Even if he turned straight into Nightwing, he wouldn't have been this. He wouldn't have even been close to a hero like Batman. So I mean, that to me that throws him right in the sidekick. Because granted, Bruce did have a lot of extras, but it's Bruce's motivation that made the world a difference. Yeah. So I mean, that's why I said, I guess that's where I still stick with why he's a sidekick, is because he couldn't motivate himself enough to do it. I don't think so.
And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of comics and all this and everything we're talking about. Mm-hmm. It's like it's for everyone. It's something different. Remember, Batman, even being the greatest detective, had at least two people he didn't have a contingency plan for.
Yeah.
Yeah. PKJ, you're right there. But that's the beauty that I love about this, because as we're getting to the final runs of Dick Grayson as Nightwing, because it's been talked about that they're going to put him to rest finally. I'm actually looking forward to that finishing of that run so I can finish it. But back to our debate here. It's one of those things that, depending on which way you look at it and which way you're going to go with it, everybody is going to have, hey, I think him as just only a sidekick. Whenever I look at him, I only see him from a Bloodhaven standpoint. And that's where I'm like, as Nightwing, as Bloodhaven, because as a young child and rebellious against my family and my things that I was dealing with, I'm like, the moment I was able to break away, quote unquote, be done with my training, I was able to go be my hero in my own story.
So I get that.
And that's where I come from with the Nightwing is the hero of his story, because at that point he's done all his changing, he's done all of his stuff that he's done. He was a detective on the police force, that kind of thing, and he got to be Nightwing, and he was like, "Hey, I'm now my own hero." But hey, Bruce calls. I need to help Bruce. That's my mentor. That's who I'm gonna go take care of.
It's and on like with that like that end piece to me that just jams sidekick. Like, you know, it's like, oh well, if Bruce needs me, you know what I mean? It, like I said, you know, it's that
If now say so, let's flip it to Batman. If Roz didn't turn out to be the heathen and everything that he was, who's to
oh
say
I
that
think that I
Batman
think
wouldn't
you
have
know,
done the same thing?
I think Bruce would have absolutely have done the exact same thing. Because that's like I said, this is the difference in mentality between the two. Batman sought or Bruce sought out Ra's al Ghul, not the other. Really, it wasn't really the other way around. Now, if Ra's wasn't there or wouldn't be willing, Bruce would have found someone else. See, that's the difference. You know, Bruce would have been like, okay, well, Ra's won't do it. I'll go find, boom, some other, you know, somebody else. Boom, somebody else. You know what? Uh, Individually, this guy sucks, but to, you know, to combination with this one, boom, that's better. You know what I mean? Like Bruce has that mentality. So, but Dick, it was like he couldn't even keep up with Bruce. It was like, yeah, bro, come on. I would say, like, I've literally been through all this. Okay, you can make the exact same mistakes, or you can make even dumber ones, but it's that Dick didn't even have that level of mentoree, where Bruce was willing to throw himself under Roz completely to get what he wanted. Like I said, you know, Bruce would have sought it out, whether it would have been from Roz or 30 people that were like, you know, just really good at one piece of it. He would still have done it. Where Dick would have been like, okay, well, Batman's not here. You know, he's not gonna, you know, I'm just going to do this myself. And then he ends up, like I said, like Kick-Ass. Like I said, Bruce would have sought everything out that he needed, just as he did. So if it wasn't Roz, it would have been anybody else. It would have been 1,000 people if need be. But that's how motivated and disciplined Bruce is compared to Dick. And it literally took, you know, Dick Grayson to old age, you know, like to later ages to be like, damn, oh shit, you know what? Okay, well, all that training really did pull off. I can run my own city. But it's not like Bruce was like, okay, well, Gotham, I'm going to go straight for the cutthroat, because Gotham is kind of the worst of the cities. I mean, it's like Detroit means like old mobster, you know, Chicago, you know.
Oh, 100%, I agree with you there.
So and Bruce 1,000% stepped in after all his dedication, after all his training, after everything he put himself through, and took Gotham back. I mean, was this throwing hands? The bat, you know, the image of a bat was terrifying to villains, but I don't think, you know, there's no way Dick would have even matched up. So that's why, to me, if not for Batman, the hero, he would have been, like I said, a kick-ass, or he would remain a sidekick. And if he was anyone else's sidekick, he would remain as a sidekick for the rest of his life. Because no one would have put that kind of effort, that kind of training, that kind of discipline, that kind of effort, period, except for Batman. And that's why out of all the heroes, he's the one that people are truly scared of in the DC universe. Like,
Green Arrow.
yeah, Green Arrow is a bitch. No, green. Oh, please. All he is a green version of Batman. That's it, and not even a good one. I would say now the TV show Arrow was basically made him the Green Batman.
We'll have a different debate on a different day for that one.
But like, you know, but you see my point, right? If it not
as
for
long as we're,
the hero Batman, Dick Grayson would be like I said, kick-ass, or he would be someone's sidekick permanently.
The only thing that I think of, hold on. Sounds like he agrees that Nightwing is no longer a sidekick. Who are you meaning he's?
No,
I know. I see where
no.
War Chief is coming from. It's like he like I see where you're coming from. I do. And in my mind, unfortunately, it's never going to change to where he's not a hero. He's not the hero of his own story. He's not a sidekick because of the things that we were talking about earlier. But I do see that yes,
And smartly.
there's going to be he's going to be someone's going to come before Dick. Like it's just going to happen, and that's no pun intended. Nightwing is that persona because if you really break back even further, Nightwing the name didn't even come up out of a thing. It came from Superman's Kryptonian or Krypton planet. That there's vigilantes there, so he got to use that from there. So I mean, like I get where you're coming from, and I 100% understand both sides of the coin. Just on my side of the coin, I just feel like it just tips just a little bit more to that he is not the sidekick. He is a hero that happens to be from Batman's Bat family.
I was saying, I guess that like I said, yeah, that's where the yeah, I absolutely disagree. Like I said, if not for Batman, the mentorship,
Oh, 100%. If he did not have the mentorship, he's going to go through.
he
He's
would
going
have
to be
been a
just
sidekick for a while.
he may not have been a vigilante because if there was no Batman, it may have been he was just going to be a thug and try to go kill Two-Face.
Yeah, I mean that's really exactly what it comes, like in my mind comes to, because like I said, same tragedy, same thing, but he had to be shaped into a hero. Batman shaped himself. Shit, even Arrow shaped himself into a
Well,
hero.
Arrow had to
Had to do the he
had
had
to do it
seek out
because
the
he was
Azrael and
well. Not only that, Arrow was stranded. Like he had to do his own thing.
well, yeah, because I mean, well, even then, that actually kind of proves my point. The premise of survival, it truly gets you to decide: am I going to do whatever it takes to survive, or am I not? And like I said, that's where Arrow is kind of like the green version of Batman, but kind of a bitch. Um, but when it comes to like pure dedication of what especially coming from the Batman lineage, it's just I mean because even the Batman Beyond, he was able to hold his own. You know, he took training from Bruce. He didn't have to be as pushed as hard
So you would say
to be motivated.
Terry McGinnis is a sidekick to Batman? Is that
No, I'd say he was a good replacement for Batman, but he went straight to Batman. You know what I mean? Like he became like Batman. Like that's how good the mantle, like how good he was to fit the mantle. Like so straight out the gate, it was like, oh damn, this guy's good. Like straight out, you could be Batman. Nightwing, not so much. It was like, oh well, you got to be, okay, you got to be a sidekick. Okay, well now you got to like work with a team of sidekicks. Well, you're doing better, but listen, I mean, you can take over if I'm gone. Oh hey, listen, yeah, okay, you're gonna kill your character, kill the mantle off, become a cop. That's fine. I guess that's where you would have ended up, start with. You know what I mean? But the guy that in Batman Beyond literally stepped into the boots of Batman without having to go through any sidekick material because
He didn't have to be groomed.
yeah, he did not have to be groomed because he was the same. He had similar mentality to
So
Bruce.
here's the thing. He did have to be he did have to be groomed by Batman. If you watch the 3 seasons of Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis does have to be groomed by Bruce, but he was given the mantle right off the get go because Bruce was at the point to where everybody's gone. Barbara's too old. Dick is gone. Tim Drake is gone. Damian Wayne is gone.
But
So he had no other way of doing it other than saying, "Hey, you're going to have this suit, and we're going to help you through it."
No, see, I don't agree. The reason I don't agree with that is because if that was the case, the Nightwing would have just straight become Batman, or it would have been Bat Knight, or you know what I mean? Like it would have been like it wouldn't have had to jump through all that. Batman, if he looked at this new guy and said, no, you're definitely not my caliber. with training. Now, there's a difference between grooming. Dick Grayson had to be groomed, which means like basically pressure trained and really shoved through it. The other guy, he's like, hey, listen, he kept up quickly. He didn't have to be as what would be the proper term for it? Robin had to be pushed all the time. The guy that replaced Batman didn't really have to be pushed that hard. If anything, he just had to do it, and he was good at it. Like he, of course, you're gonna have basic training, to meet to the caliber. But I don't think Batman would have handed over the mantle if the guy wasn't even on his, even on his level. Because that's another thing Bruce knows. Because since Bruce is a billionaire, he would know the value of the mantle. And to sit there and just send someone out and get their ass beat as Batman, it wouldn't work. Well, yeah, you don't really need like with the new bat suit, didn't need a lot of training, but it sure as hell helped.
So to want to peek at Jay's thing because my OBS closed on me, so I apologize. The one where it says stepped into special suit to become Batman. Terry had a special suit for him. That suit was for Bruce to continue to be Batman as he had his heart issues and things of that nature to continue to fight. It wasn't just all Iron Man style suit. You had to have some of your stuff there. So tech was way more advanced then.
Mm-hmm.
So to Terry McGinnis is, which is supposed to, I'm not going to ruin it because we can get into another, is watch the series and then watch the last movie. Oh, someone leaving. Bye.
It was just my Uncle John. He's heading home. All right, go for it. But yeah, I would say, I guess that's a big factor. I mean, the heroes that like, originals or even like, even Static Shock. I mean, he, that's straight out the gate hero, of course, has to be trained, things like that. But the sidekicks are people that had to basically be forced to be groomed into being heroes or had no choice or
they saw,
if you want
something
revenge,
because Bruce saw something in them. Superboy had something in him. You have
Superboy was another. It was like a genetic. If you go by like when Superboy come out, say all he was a genetic knockoff of Superman, and I mean,
from his DNA, and then you also had Wonder Girl. You had Speedy, depending on which versions you go with.
But once again, those are sidekicks. They were people that
correct. But what I mean is they had to
be really into it.
The original saw something in them, like, hey, I want to train you, I want to do things. They're just not going to be like, hey, I'm done doing this. We're going to do this together.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, of course he's going to find something with Dick Grayson. Family murder. That's trauma meets trauma. They were trauma bonded. I would say Batman trauma bonded himself to Robin, and Robin, Dick Grayson, basically was a little crybaby about everything. And Batman's being mean to me and shit. Well, Batman was 1,000 times meaner to himself.
I'm not saying Dick Grayson was not a crybaby growing up, because 100% inside of there, he, being a boy of 13, I think it was about that whenever he became Robin.
Like I said, Batman was what? Whenever he started searching out, started learning how to be a detective, it was a lot younger.
It all depends on which storyline that you go with too, because he gets him killed at a very young age, and sometimes, like some of them, he just waits before he leaves. So he has to wait until he gets through the trial, he gets everything, gets to be at least 17 years old before he can even start going out, because he was so locked down with Alfred and everybody there.
But and even then, like you're telling me, Alfred wasn't teaching him how to.
Sorry,
I'm sorry. I stand by. Go ahead.
Sounds like Batman was a predator.
He really was. If you really think about it, a lot of these guys were predators. You think about it. But I mean, you're telling me that young Bruce Wayne watched his family die, has to go through the trial, blah blah blah. You're telling me Alfred ain't showing him how to throw hands that whole time?
Oh, Alfred is 100% showing him. Alfred has one.
Exactly. So
who are you more afraid of?
Already started.
Who are you
Alfred.
more afraid of? That's what I'm saying. And are you the same reason why I am not more afraid of Alfred than Batman?
If you give Alfred brass knuckles, he'll take Superman. 1,000%. You
Alfred
give him
doesn't
kryptonite brass
have
knuckles.
Alfred doesn't have the one rule that Batman does. Alfred will kill.
Absolutely, he will, and he'll do it with a smile on his face, and his enemies, enemy at his feet.
So
exactly.
I think we can all say
right
at the end of this, we can leave it here that we say Alfred's superior than all of them.
Alfred is the greatest superhero that never happened.
I will agree with that 110%. That is something that we can get behind.
Amen.
But
I mean,
both sides had some really good, both sides had some good arguments, and it's really up to, you're going to think that he's a sidekick. Yeah, it comes up to the viewer. You're going to say, we fixed the world peace.
Yes, we did.
Because me and my wife, SL Blues Girl, I had to convince her on why I thought of Dick Grayson as a hero, and she's like, I can see it from your point of view. Maybe not be her point of view, but she can at least see it from my point of view. Now, I'm not going to sit there if someone comes up to me tomorrow in the street and say, you got to tell me blah, 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 blah. No. It makes for a good debate. It makes for a good conversation.
Absolutely.
And I absolutely, like you said, you said you've been waiting for this stream. And I'm like, all right, it's time to happen.
Absolutely. I've been waiting for you to talk comic books for so long. I'm like, damn it. You know what? I'm going to poke the bear. I'm going to straight fucking poke the bear.
I'm
not only going to poke the bear, I'm going to kick the bear. I'm going to get this bear mad.
Did Nightwing that's in your chat or whatever, did that person become a follower or no?
No, she didn't. Or he didn't. Whatever.
It didn't.
Zimzer did not.
So.
But yeah, like I said, to me, the huge difference between the heroes and the sidekicks is Dick Grayson. Same, even with the consistent training of Batman, the guidance of Alfred, he was still basically a bitch. Where even Bruce, through all the trial, his family dying, him having to become a man, Alfred was sitting there teaching him, like, all right, listen, when I was in the war, I used to take a shotgun and I used to stick it in someone's mouth. Alfred was sitting there going through his PTSD phase with young Master Bruce. And they were sitting there, and he was training Bruce to throw hands. I would say just Bruce. Bruce is a little weak in the stomach for it, but even with all the benefits of that Dick Grayson got of Alfred and Bruce, and then being around the Justice League, it still took him forever. Where, like I said, if you pit them together in the time, like in a side by side timeline. Every time, Nightwing will end up back into the back into the sidekick category. There's nothing wrong with that either. As what makes Batman amazing is he knows I'm not his place. He knows where not only he fits in, but he adjusts himself to fit there. Professor X has the X-Men because he couldn't stand on his... Oh, damn.
I was literally waiting for you to finish that because I read that while you're going on that and I shook my head.
That. You know what? That's almost as good as the...
Cheers to that one.
Do you know the opposite of Christopher Walken?
No.
Christopher Reeves.
Damn.
There you go, Pikachu. I got that head shake for you.
I'm not lost for words. But on that note, I think the debate has been more of a slow clap. I think the debate is still a debate, but both sides had taken their blows. We'll leave it up to the viewership. We'll leave it up to the viewers to decide on who won what. I have a feeling I know which way it went, and I'll tip my hat. But
I would say, and you know, thankfully, and I, as love to Vita, I will be putting TikToks out of my victory here today. So, no, I really am, but know that they're in love.
hey, hey, all I know is I said I got to say my piece finally on how I feel. I mean, I have them tattooed on my chest for a reason. I won't show any of the cleavage because, you know, I don't feel like getting yelled at for showing extra skin on on live stream. But I do have all three Robin logos. That's terribly funny.
I like, hold on. Wait a minute. I think I know why this conversation is skewed in your eyes. I mean, sidekicks on sidekicks on. No, I'm kidding. Oh no, you a main character, bro.
No, and
Absolutely.
everybody, as we all say, we got Warband, we got family, we got all that. As we're going through, you know, just our normal, like on all serious note, the places for the Valhalla on his stream. If you're listening on over there and watching over there, if you're over here being part of the mobster side of it, at the end of the day, we're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy, have great laughter. Talk about anything and everything. As you see, I got comic book galore stuff mainly. You know, got Nightwing here. Here, I'll even give a little bit.
You guys need to talk him into doing more, you know, more conversations about comics.
I'm not showing my nips, but as you
I
see,
saw a nipple. Twitch,
as you
nudity.
see, I have it tattooed as family across my chest. I have the first Robin logo, I have the first Nightwing logo, and the updated logo. So family in the hand is for my wife, and then one's for each one of my kids. You got the original, which is Robin, which is Unikitty. You got the middle one for Miss Slytherin, and then last one for the final, which is Mr. Moose. Right there. So they're tattooed on me no matter where I go. Did it in the Robin Nightwing logo because that's just how it is. Mafia style hand because my wife is always taken care of. So we're here to have fun. If you guys need anything from any of us, from War Chief, from me, anything like that, you have our Discords, you have our messages. Come hang out and enjoy your time. I'm going to be right back. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to take a little longer break because I don't know which one I got to do. And we will talk at y'all soon. War Chief, as always, good sir, thank you for joining the debate, and we'll talk to you soon, bud.
Most definitely. Catch you later, man.
I am back. So for everybody that's still, you're on an ad break. Gotcha. Green is not red. There we go. All right, so that still works there. So that was a lot of fun. Love to talk more comics and do more things around that. Get your guys' take. But yeah, with all the arguments says, and everybody that is still here, what y'all think? Nightwing a sidekick or Nightwing a hero, or no longer a sidekick? Either way, it's not going to bother me. I want to. You guys heard the debate. You heard us go back and forth. What y'all think? Crickets. Crickets. Nightwing has stolen Voller. Okay, I don't guess I follow that one. Well, it's A-okay with that. We're going to see who he stole. He was given the mantle from Nightwing, or from Superman. I'll find you the issue and tell you which issue it is. All right. So let's see who all is out there playing tonight. Let's see who. All right, we got options of we can do. I don't know what Merch Warrior Online is, but we got someone there. We got the potty. We can raid out to T-Pain. We could also raid out to T-Pain. We want to raid out to T-Pain. Let's see if we can raid out. Let's raid out to T-Pain. Wait, what? Does T-Pain have it to where you can't raid? Alright, we're raiding over to T-Pain. Let's see if we get a shout out.
They're in there. Where did you die?
It was a massacre.
We're not doing great. That's a lot. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh shit. No! I was there, by the way. Let me see what I got. Okay, I only got 1 kill so far, and I've died 6 times. This is fucking crazy.